everybody. Good to see you all once again. We are starting our final week in our calendar and our final week of school for this school year. We're going to be doing week 8 in our calendar this time, and we're going to be starting with Math Monday, and it says, cut out the inchworms and measure the different objects in your home. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this page first, and this was printed accidentally double-sided, so don't worry about it if you cut it up. That's fine, no worries. But what we're going to be doing is I have here, this is our directions. It says, how many inchworms long is each object in your home? Cut out the inchworm strips and lay them end to end and count the inchworms and write the number on the line. Okay? So here's what the inchworms look like, and that's on this back side here, accidentally printed, but Mom or Dad can always help by printing another sheet that has just this on it that I'll attach to our Class Dojo video, okay? So what you're going to do first is you're going to get some scissors and you're going to cut out each of these squares. After you cut them out, then we're going to go and find these different objects in our house or around our house, okay? So here's the objects: a pillow, a door, shoe, shirt, and a car. Okay? So what these are is you could see the arrow. The arrow is telling you which way I want you to measure something, okay? So today we're going to measure together just 2 of these. We're going to measure a pillow and we're going to measure a doorway. How many inchworms it is, okay? Now, these inchworms, you're going to cut them out and make sure that they are 1 square each, okay? And a square happens to be 1 inch. That's why it's called an inchworm, okay? And it's one way that we measure things on a ruler. And so what I want to find out is how many inches is a pillowcase? How many inches is a doorway? Okay, how many inches is it from one side of your shoe to another? How about from the top of a shirt to the bottom? How about from one wheel to another wheel on your car? And a car is very big, so I'm curious, how many inches is it going to be? After you figure it out, write the number here. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, everyone, so what I've done is I went ahead and I cut all of my inchworms up into their own little square, and I followed the black line so I didn't cut any by accident in the middle. And now I'm going to take my inchworms and I'm going to measure my pillow. Okay, I'm going to measure it from this corner all the way to this corner over here. And how I do that is I take 1 inchworm at a time, and I said I would start from here. So I take 1, put the next one there, and I keep going, okay? And I'm going to make sure I set the word end to end. So that means from one end of the square to the next. And I'm going to go all the way to this side here. Okay, everyone, so now I've taken my pile of inchworms and I laid them end to end all the way from one side of the pillow to the other, and I made sure that it matched, okay, from this corner of the pillow all the way to that corner. Now all that's left to do is we need to measure, and how we measure is we count the inchworms. How many did I put down? My number is going to probably be different than yours because my pillow is probably bigger than yours. So let's go ahead and let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I had to use 28 inchworms. So how long is my pillow? It's 28 inches long, 28 inchworms. Now I'm going to take that number and I'm going to go write it on my paper. So here's my paper, and like I said, the printer printed it accidentally back to back, but you can always print off an extra sheet of inchworms or this page. And I just said I measured my pillow from one side to the other, and it was 28 inches long, or inch worms. Okay, don't forget the units that we use. We used inchworms. Okay, this was 28 inchworms long. Now, the last one I'm going to do with you is a doorway from one side to the next. The rest are going to be up to you. You're going to do a shoe or lots of shoes, a shirt or lots of shirts, and I want to know, this is going to be a big one, how many inchworms you're going to need to measure from one wheel to the next. So like I said, we're going to measure a door frame now. We're going to measure from this side of a door to that side of the door, okay? And I laid out my inchworms end to end already, and let's go ahead and let's count how many inchworms it takes to get from one side of the door to the next, okay? And I'm going to count actually from this way over. We're going to learn it doesn't matter which direction we count, as long as we count one at a time, one inchworm at a time. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. It took me 31 inchworms to get from one side of the door frame to the other. So I grabbed my paper, and we said the number was 31. So that's a 3, 1. 31, but don't forget the units. What is the 31? 31 inch worms. Okay, that's it for this lesson. We're going to do a story time now. You're going to go ahead and finish the rest of these, and go ahead and have some fun with it. Color in your inchworms. Make them rainbow colors. You can do whatever you want. Have a lot of fun with our measurements today. Okay, so for story time today, we're going to read The Koala Who Could by Rachel Bright and Jim Field. The Koala Who Could. In a wonderful place where the day was just dawning and the breezes blew soft on a warm golden morning, in a place where the creatures ran wild and played free, a koala named Kevin clung to a tree. A nicer gray fellow who you would never meet, as soft as a soft thing from ear tufts to feet. His favorite way to relax in the sun was to cling and to nap and to munch a leaf bun. And after all this, well, he'd need a nice rest. Yes, Kevin liked sticking to what he knew best. He's cute. You see, high up was safe, since he liked a slow pace, when the ground down below seemed a frightening pace. Too fast and too loud and too big and too strange. Nope, Kevin preferred not to move or to change. So he clung to his tree as he knew what to do and was never too keen to try something new. So when Wombat stomped by and shouted one day, "Hey, Kevin, why don't you come down here and play?" I think," he replied, "I should stay on my plant. I'm busy right now. No, I'm sorry, I can't." But was that true? "Why not?" said the Ruse with a super loud cheer. "Yes, why?" called the Dingoes. "There's nothing to fear." But Kevin, who'd never been one to act fast, said, "I'm clinging to do, but it's nice that you asked." Why is he so afraid of change? As Kevin sat watching them chatter and share, a part of him wished he could join in down there. But he knew he'd miss home, and it was dark and so late. The whole thing was risky. Adventure could wait. Whatever the invite, he'd always say no. Oh dear, it seemed Kevin just could not let go. So his life was the same, no matter the day. The weeks came and went, the months rolled away, and Kevin stayed still while the world moved around until he awoke to a worrying sound. Tap, tap, the sound went. Well, this was a blow. Tap, tappity, tap, 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 tap. Oh no! Uncling, the crowd called, which had gathered below. Leap and we'll catch you. Just let yourself go. But Kevin was scared. Let go. No, I shan't. I won't, shouted Kevin. Oh dear, I just can't. Whoa! Poof! Down came the tree, and with it was bringing crash and a wallop. A Kevin still clinging. Kevin, he carefully opened one eye and looked up at the love staring down from the sky. Then one paw by one paw he loosened his hold. He felt stringy and light and happy and bold. The worst he could think of had now come to pass, and he was just fine. Why, he felt quite first class. So when Wombat leaned over and held his paw out, Kevin no longer felt worry or doubt. When Dingo asked, "Now you can come out to play?" the crowd all joined in with a, "What do you say?" And even though this wasn't part of his plan, Kevin replied, "Yes, I think that I can." And Kevin from then on was always can do. Because life can be great when you try something new. The end. Thanks so much for reading with me today. I'll see you again for our last lesson together with All Things Thursday. And it's going to be an awesome science experiment. See you then. Bye.